Alright, Willie, this is that Chris Kenner routine I wanted to tell you about. It's a little humid here, but I hope I can do it. It's a deck of cards, shuffled by whomever, and the subject sometimes comes up off marked cards, so if you just say stop, you say stop. Here, let's say this card is now marked. If it were marked, you could tell what it would look like from the back, and in this case it looks like the nine of clubs, because you can tell from the back. Now if I did this again, and this is actually my new idea for it, there's a few new ideas that I haven't quite worked on, but if it's face down, the idea is that it's going to turn face up. So let me just out jog this a little, so you can tell when it changes, and it doesn't change, it turns face up. That's the idea. Now usually you can hand this to a spectator to find out that it's a real card, which is not that good. But anyhow, so it goes in about the center, and the idea is it'll turn face up if you just wave it. The knife turns face up, and it's face up in there. And the last, but the other cards are not really visible, so we'll try it one last time. Because the backs, of course, are still the same backs as all the other backs. And we'll try this one last time. It goes in about the center, and this is just the idea, really. If you could just do this, all the cards turn face up. This does not come across at this kitchen table, but I'll briefly go through the routine and my deviations from the Chris Kenner's original. The first one is obviously a center reverse. You say stop, wherever, let's say the nine of hearts, and the center reverse is what a center reverse is. You just do it. And then you have the first one, and Chris Kenner's routine, you're very good at palming, I'm really not, but he just palms off this top card because it's in an open trap. So he shows it on top, turns it face down, it's caught in the open trap. There, and you go over. It's sort of like an action palm, because you apparently you're just placing the card out jog in the center, and the other one is fed below it. You can actually, in the original, it's fed wherever, but in this case I feed it directly below it, and you can show this card apparently face down, the nine of hearts, and then you just push two cards forward. I'm still working on some of the details, but I think it's a good idea. And then you do this move from this friend of yours, whose name I forgot, the Polish guy, where you push, where you elongate the card in a sense, and you angle both of them, and you hold on to the exposed corner here with your pinky, and then as you wave them back and forth, you push this one flush, and the card appears. That was a cool little move. And if you're standing, and this is the Erdnase type of it, Al Macman talked about this, and he said this is the Erdnase color change, but doing it in reverse. And if you just do that, obviously you have the card appearing to be, you have the deck appearing to be face down, when in fact it's face up with just one cover card. And you place this card on top, and this is from someone, I don't know who, but I saw this and it just looked really good with a wide wave. You just turn over the entire deck. I mean, you just simply turn it over, but the rest of the deck seems the same, and it appears that just this card turns over, and you immediately spread the cards, and all the cards are face down, of course. And you point to the card, pick it up with the other hand, and do this. You flop the deck, and it goes in the center. You can do this one more time, and then you apparently wave the cards again, but in this case you just thumb off the top card and lap that, and all the cards turn face up. It's just something I'm playing around with. I know it probably didn't come across quite as well on camera. My wife and I were trying to figure out the perfect viewing angle here, but I'm still playing around with it. What I meant to say is I've done this effect quite often for lay people, and I've done it standing up, but I didn't like the last part of it. The last part of it in the original was same notion here. The card is fed into face-up deck, and the original in Chris Kenna's original, he palmed off one card and just did a color change, and then immediately spread the rest of the cards, which is nice. But this guy, I saw a clip by, I don't know what the guy's name was. What he did was just in this motion, just turning over the cards, and it looked, I thought it looked very visual. At first I had no idea what he was doing, because the large motion very much hides the small motion. And so anyhow, that's just, I'm sure somebody else had the same idea, but I think it's a nice combination of ideas. And curiously, I know from the original that it does get a very nice reaction. I forgot what it's called. It's in Chris Kenna's book, Out of Control. I played around with it, and if you didn't know it, I hope you like it. Thank you.